Welcome to the Changing Life and Destiny show, where we highlight the latest and greatest technologies to help you restore your health, prevent disease, and promote wellness. And today we are here with the wonderful Tom Waid of Deca Aloe. Tom, thank you so much for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Now tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've always been an advocate of health and wellness. I've been an athlete since my high school days, and I've always been kind of a fitness buff, wanted to stay healthy, and just investigated different protocols throughout my life. And one day I was doing some research online, and I stumbled across this Brazilian formula for the immune system and for health and wellness. And it really caught my attention, and the more I read about it, it was an amazing story. And I kind of found out that this formula was not being produced commercially any place except in Europe, in Italy. And I thought, wow, this is such an amazing formula. How nice it would be to have it in North America. And I'm kind of an entrepreneurial type of guy, so I thought, I think I can do this. So I made a trip to Italy and got to know the people who were manufacturing it there, and learned about the history of the formula, how it came about, and met its publisher of the formula, Romano Zago of Brazil. And then I started manufacturing the product here in the U.S. And
Wow.
yeah, humbly, I must say, I think it's one of the greatest discoveries for the benefit of health restoration and wellness, in general, and promoting wellness, and also for prevention use as well. One of the greatest formulas that has ever been published and manufactured.
That is a bold statement.
It is, but the science behind the ingredients in this formula are amazing, because it's 50% aloe juice.
Okay.
And most people are familiar with the benefits of aloe, either ingesting it or applying it topically and so forth. And the other 50% of the ingredient is raw unpasteurized honey.
Okay, so it sounds like that's what's special about this product.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, let me back up for just a moment and go to a place in Brazil in the discovery of this formula. For many years, people in Brazil and the let's just say the more humble parts of the country, where people don't have a lot of access to medical care, they had to use natural remedies. And the botanical aloe arborescens grew naturally there. And so the poor people, whenever they got chronic illness of any type, they would go out and harvest the leaf of the aloe arborescens plant, grind it up into a juice, and add 50% honey and a little bit of alcohol. And that formula enabled them to overcome many chronic illnesses, especially cancer.
Oh, wow.
And so anybody that knew the secret to the formula in Brazil, this part of Brazil, they had a solution to chronic illness.
The special
sauce.
So
anyway, the Franciscan priest who discovered this formula that was being used there, his name is Father Romano Zago. He's a scholar. He speaks 5 different languages.
Wow.
Yeah? And so this is a really smart Franciscan priest, and he is the order of the Order of Friars Minor, which is a order of the Catholic faith that devotes their life, these people, to serving mankind and humanity. So anyway, when he discovered this formula and how it was so beneficial to people in general, and he saw it work on 5 different continents, because he had assignments later in Israel and other places in the world. And when he saw this formula work repeatedly for so many people, he thought, you know what, I need to publish this for the benefit of mankind, because he lost his father to cancer.
Oh.
And he knew how this formula benefited people who were dealing with cancer so much. He said, I want to publish this formula for the benefit of mankind. So he went and did all the research on what is it, what are the constituents in the botanical aloe, and what are the properties in honey that make this formula so effective for the people that are dealing with so many varied chronic illness type of diseases. So anyway, he put together 2 books that are sold on Amazon. This is one book that he wrote, which is very well documented as far as the clinical studies and so forth on the ingredients. One is called Cancer Can Be Cured. And this is a very compelling book. You read this book,
that's a grabbing title.
Yeah.
Let's say it that way.
The other book is Aloe Isn't Medicine, Yet It Cures. And that's a pretty compelling title in itself. But this is how this formula works on over 100 different health conditions.
Wow.
So at this point, I'd like to digress for just one second.
Yes, I was going to say, I think you have something that you'd like to read for us.
Disclaimer,
yes.
Okay? The statements that I'm making here have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. So we recommend that all people consult their physician before implementing any new diet, exercise, or dietary supplement program, especially if they're having pre-existing medical conditions and are taking prescribed medications. So the statements made in this interview, are basically for educational purposes only and are not meant to replace the advice of a physician or healthcare provider.
Thank you very much for reading that. That is very important for people to understand in this day and age. Now, I'd like to skip to another question that I think is very important, especially now that you have read us this disclaimer. How are physicians implementing aloe arborescens into their practices and helping their patients?
Most people that have chronic illness of any type, they have generally a compromised immune system. And they also are toxic. They're toxic from various effects, either the medication they're taking, the side effects, or for the disease itself. It creates toxicity in the body. So to solve those problems, regardless of the type of modality that a physician may be utilizing to help that patient recover, they do have to fortify the immune system and have to detoxify the body. This is one of the greatest formulas for doing that because the science behind the properties in the botanical aloe that stimulate the immune system, especially the natural killer cells, the white blood cells, are well established. So that's one of the great benefits of this formula is that the aloe arborescens constituents stimulate the immune system. It modulates it so it does what it's supposed to do. And it doesn't matter whether you're dealing with a immune system that is, let's say, autoimmune condition where it's overactive. When you ingest aloe, it will modulate the immune system, so it'll bring it down to where it needs to be. If it's suppressed and it needs to be brought back up to a normal functional level, that's another thing that, the properties in the aloe does. It modulates the immune system, so it'll bring back up to where it should be. So either way, it's going to modify and modulate the immune system.
Got it. So it works on whether or not you need more or you need less.
Either way.
Wow.
Doesn't matter the immune system condition, whether it's autoimmune or whether it's suppressed, it's going to modulate it and bring it back into balance. That's the key.
That's an amazing, amazing formulation, an amazing innovation, an amazing thing that I can only imagine more and more people, once they learn, like you have taught us today. Thank you so much for coming and speaking to us and helping us to understand more about Deca Aloe and the aloe arborescens and the benefits, the health benefits that it gives people. I really appreciate you being here today.
Well, let me conclude with one other factor,
Please
and that's
do.
the second important point about the formula is, detoxifying the body. And again, the properties in the aloe botanical, they gently detoxify the body. There's molecules that are known to help in that respect. So you have a dual function of this product, and that it detoxifies the body very gently and fortifies the immune system, which are the two key elements to restoring health.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
that's the amazing thing about
That's
the formula.
wonderful. Well, that's another reason why it's such a great partnership with Changing Life and Destiny and what we're doing and how we are hoping to get the word and working to get the word out about your product to other people.
Absolutely. And people, if they just go to our website, aloeproductscenter.com, we've got posted there under science all the clinical studies behind the ingredients of this product, which explain how it can be used for multiple health benefits.
Wonderful.
And we've also got in our website all the history of the development of the formula, where it came from, and its usage and how it's manufactured using only the best of ingredients. And I will say this, and this is very important. The Aloe arborescens species is the only other species other than aloe vera that's used commercially. And it's important that we use this species because the medicinal properties in the botanical aloe are 200% richer in this species, Aloe arborescens, than what they are in aloe vera
I see.
or anything else. So
that's very special,
yeah,
and very
it is.
important point.
And our plantations are in Italy. We import the aloe juice from Italy in 55-gallon drums, and we blend it here with North Texas raw unpasteurized honey. That's how we make the formula, and we distribute it worldwide.
That's amazing. Tom, thank you so much for being here
Oh,
today.
you're welcome.
I really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Wonderful. To learn more about these amazing technologies and meet more people like Tom, please look at our website, www.changelifedestiny.com, to learn more. You can also learn more about our upcoming conference and expos so that you can come and meet these people and experience these amazing technologies that are helping you to change your life and your destiny.